the mighty and resilient Merrimack River, carving through the communities of our great region. My name is Linda Lorden, proud president of Merrimack County Savings Bank, and like the river that serves as our namesake, we're a constant yet ever-changing presence. Because to us, it's bigger than banking. It's about powering communities and putting people first. It's about knowing where you came from and where you're going. That's Merrimack style. Visit us at themerrimack.com.
It's time to gather loved ones together for all the holidays' best spread. Lynn's has great prices on all your favorite Thanksgiving items, from delicious turkey with all the fixings to mashed potatoes and yummy pies. We have everything you need to create your perfect Thanksgiving dinner. Whether it's cooking the traditional meal, completely store-bought, or a combination of both, your best holiday meal starts here. Learn more and start shopping today at linsgrocery.com. Lynn's, where delicious begins.
Hello, thank you for joining me in this week's podcast. I hope you're going to enjoy the training material contained within. Any questions? Get in touch. Mail at learningbritishaccent.com. Section 1. How to get people to help you. It's always tempting to keep your goals and ambitions to yourself. If no one knows, then no one can know if you fail. Isn't that the thinking behind the secrecy? Here's a gentle reminder that there are benefits of being open about your goals to speak English with a British accent. I know it can feel daunting or even embarrassing to put yourself out there, worried about how people may react, but you have nothing to fear and so much to gain. When you bravely share your ambition to master a British accent, you allow others in your world to support you. People love helping others work towards their dreams. Your friends and family will start looking out for resources to share with you, opportunities to practice, and always they can encourage you along the journey. Having this network of additional ears and eyes can throw up unexpected help in unexpected places. Perhaps friends will introduce you to others who are undertaking the same journey, so you have a partner for conversation and practice. You'll be introduced to YouTube videos, films, TV shows, apps, music, etc. that you may never have come across otherwise. Maybe your work will fund lessons or course subscriptions if they can appreciate the benefit your improved speaking skills will bring to their business. Neighbours may have British friends coming to stay and invite you over to practice your accent. Your whole community becomes invested in helping you succeed. Could your universe start suggesting useful resources and mentors? So don't keep your British accent goals to yourself. Be bold and share them far and wide. You never know who may have the perfect tip or resource to help you. And by being vulnerable about what you want to achieve, you open yourself up to support and motivation. I'm here cheering you on as you take this exciting accent journey. Let your network cheer with me. Keep calm and carry on practicing. Section 2. I thought I'd dip our toe back into the wonderful world of idioms and expressions. And as you know, British English is littered with these really odd phrases and sayings that are really quite bonkers. But if you're able to understand their meanings and work them into your conversations, you're halfway to speaking like a native. So, I've got a quiz for you. So are you ready? This is a multiple choice style quiz. Do you know the meaning of these common English idioms? Idiom 1. Drink like a, is it fish, pig, horse? Drink like a fish, pig, horse. And if you said fish, you'd be correct. Idiom 2. His bark is worse than his bite. So does this mean he barks and bites people like a dog? His words or demeanour is more hostile or aggressive than he really is? Or C, he's really noisy. So A, he barks and bites people like a dog. B, his words or demeanour is more hostile or aggressive than he really is. Or C, he's really noisy. His bark is worse than his bite. And if you said B, you'd be correct. Idiom 3, gave him a dirty look. Gave him a dirty look. So, does this mean A, she fancied him, B, she looked at him angrily, or C, she was scared of him? A, she fancied him, B, she looked at him angrily, or C, she was scared of him? Which did you think, A, B or C? So if you said B, well done. Next idiom, storm in a teacup. Storm in a teacup. So does this mean A, it's a really important matter which should be taken seriously? B, a badly made cup of tea? Or C, overreaction or excessive rage about something that is not important? So A, it's really important matter which should be taken seriously. B, a badly made cup of tea? Or C, an overreaction or excessive rage about something that is not important? So if you said the last one, C, you'd be correct. Like hot cakes. Like hot cakes. So does this mean A, the item is selling slowly? B, the item is not selling at all? Or C, the item is popular and selling quickly? A, B or C? And of course, if you said C, you'd be correct. Well done. I've got another idiom quiz on the website. I'll put the link below so you can access and play along. Before we move on to the next section, now would you like to speak English with an RP British accent? Have you been learning for a while but not making much progress? I'd like to tell you about my British Accent Bundle, which is my online training package which helps students from all over the world master the RP British accent. In my online training programme, you'll get video lessons that demonstrate proper mouth and tongue placement for nailing those tricky British accent sounds. There are also hours of audio exercises so you can polish your pronunciation until it's spot on. You'll also find modules focused on improving your fluency, listening skills, and conversational abilities. Now, if you think you could benefit from this training and start to feel confident about your speaking and conversation skills, then head over to learningbritishaccent.com/bundle to sign up. Section 3. Gear up for your best year yet. On Wednesday, there was only 75 more days until we reached 2024. Now, I'm not sure when you're going to be able to listen to this podcast. That number will probably change. But how are you going to use the rest of 2023 to set yourself up for an amazing 2024? It seems like only yesterday that 2023 began, and now the leaves are beginning to fall and the nights are drawing in and we're heading to the final months of the year. But I don't want to write off 2023 just yet. 75 days is still plenty of time to take massive steps towards your goals. The truth is, a good accent doesn't happen overnight. It takes focused and consistent practice over weeks and months to really start to see and hear results. But I promise you, if you take advantage of the next 75 days and fully commit to practicing with my British Accent Bundle, you'll be amazed by how much you can improve. Imagine starting the new year feeling confident in your ability to speak with clarity, precision, and the unmistakable British flair. Imagine the doors that could open for you, both personally and professionally. Wouldn't that be worth the investment of just a few minutes practice every day? Your potential is limitless, and 2024 could be your most successful year yet. So don't miss out on the opportunity that these 75 days can give you to set yourself up for an amazing new year. Section 4. Here's 5 conversation phrases starting with T. Do you recognise any of these? Or have you used them in conversation before? Number 1. That'll do. Or That'll have to do. That'll do. Or that'll have to do. You can say this instead of saying that's enough or that's good enough. Here's some example sentences using the phrase that'll do. The paint colour doesn't match exactly, but it's pretty close. That'll do. The paint colour doesn't match exactly, but it's pretty close. That'll do. This chair is a little wobbly, but it's not too bad. That'll do for now until I can buy a new one. The garden looks tidy enough after mowing the lawn. That'll do until I have time to do a more thorough job later. Number 2. That'll teach you. That'll teach you. Now you can say this after something bad has happened to someone who should have been more careful or perhaps should have known better. So here's some example sentences using the phrase, that'll teach you. Don't come crying to me after you lost your money gambling. I said it was a risky idea, but maybe that'll teach you to be smarter with your money next time. Don't come crying to me after you lost your money gambling. I said it was a risky idea, but maybe that'll teach you to be smarter with your money next time. I told you not to wait until the last minute to start your project, but you didn't listen. Well, now you've got a D-. Maybe that'll teach you to start early next time. I told you not to wait until the last minute to start your project, but you didn't listen. Well, now that you've got a D-, maybe that'll teach you to start early next time. I warned you not to pet strange dogs without asking their owners first. Now that you've been bitten, hopefully that will teach you to be more careful around animals. I warned you not to pet strange dogs without asking their owners first. Now that you've been bitten, hopefully that'll teach you to be more careful around animals. Number 3. That's enough, or that's quite enough. You say this if you want someone to stop behaving badly or perhaps is annoying you. So here's some example sentences using the phrase, that's quite enough. That's enough. My friend was loudly voicing controversial opinions that were upsetting others. I took him aside and told him, that's quite enough. You've made your point. My friend was loudly voicing controversial opinions that were upsetting others. I took him aside and told him, that's quite enough. You've made your point. The kids were getting rowdy and breaking things while playing. I called out, that's enough. Settle down before someone gets hurt. The kids were getting rowdy and breaking things while playing. I called, that's enough. Settle down before someone gets hurt. My co-worker won't stop gossiping about our colleagues. I told them, that's quite enough. We should get back to work. My co-worker won't stop gossiping about our colleagues. I told them, that's quite enough. We should get back to work. Number 4. That's all. Or, that's all there is to it. So you can use this phrase if there's nothing else you want to say about something or there's nothing more to add to the story. So here's some example sentences using the phrase. Just add the ingredients together, mix well and bake at 200 degrees centigrade for 30 minutes. That's all there is to it. Just add the ingredients together, mix well and bake at 200 degrees centigrade for 30 minutes. That's all there is to it. There's no shortcut to learning a new language. You just have to study vocabulary, practice speaking, and immerse yourself in it. That's all there is to it. There's no shortcut to learning a new language. You just have to study vocabulary, practice speaking, and immerse yourself in it. That's all there is to it. If you want to get in shape, you need to eat healthy foods and exercise. There's no magic solution. That's all there is to it. If you want to get in shape, you need to eat healthy foods and exercise. There's no magic solution. That's all there is to it. Number 5. That's funny. Or the funny thing is. Now you can say this if you think something's a bit strange or a bit odd. Here's some examples using this phrase. I could have sworn I left my keys on the counter, but now I can't find them anywhere. That's funny. I could have sworn I left my keys on the counter, but now I can't find them anywhere. That's funny. The funny thing is, I ran into my old neighbour at the supermarket in a city 100 miles away from where we used to live. What a crazy coincidence. The funny thing is, I ran into my old neighbour at the supermarket in a city 100 miles away from where we used to live. What a crazy coincidence. That's funny. I thought this shirt was black when I bought it, but in this lighting, it looks navy blue. That's funny. I thought this shirt was black when I bought it, but in this lighting, it looks navy blue. And there you have it. 5 phrases beginning with T. Section 5. The magic number for British accent fluency. Astonishingly, it's estimated that around 5,400 new words are created every single year, and about 1,000 of these make it into the dictionary each year. Many of these fall under the slang category and are a complete mystery to me. But stepping back and putting aside invented swear words and Gen Z slang, just how many words do you need to know to feel fluent with your RP British English accent? Well, according to one BBC article, it really isn't that many at all. Although the article is about learning English, it follows that if you know the correct pronunciation of these words, then you could consider yourself a pretty fluent British English speaker. The key is not the number of words, but learning the right ones. The most effective way to be able to speak a language and the accent quickly is to pick the words which appear most frequently in a language. So what's the magic number? Well, Stuart Webb, Professor of Applied Linguistics at the University of Western Ontario, reckons if you learn only 800 to 1,000 of the most frequently used lemmas in English, you'll be able to understand 75% of the language as it is spoken in normal life. What's lemmas? Yes, I'd never heard of it before either. It's another word for word family. So, for example, take the word blue. You could add words like bluer, bluish to its word family. Or the lemma build represents builds, building, built, etc. These 800 lemmas are a lot more valuable than other words, simply because they're used far more often. You can test your own English vocabulary size at this site here, my.vocabularysize.com. I'll put the link in the show notes below. And as part of my British Accent Bundle, I have a module that covers the pronunciation of the top 500 words used in English. Well, clearly I'm going to have to add to this, but this is a great starting point to learning the correct pronunciation of those words you're going to use every day in conversation after conversation. Thank you once again for listening. I hope you have a great weekend. Bye-bye for now.